Imagine stepping into an elevator with three strangers. The doors slide shut, and suddenly, everyone becomes extremely interested in the numbers above the door. One person checks a phone with no signal. Another studies the reflection in the metal wall without quite looking at anyone. Someone shifts a bag from one shoulder to the other. Someone clears their throat. No one has done anything wrong. No one is even speaking. And yet, the room has changed. This is the strange genius of the elevator. But for 20 seconds at a time, it turns strangers into a tiny society with rules nobody explains. Face the doors. Do not stare. Keep your body contained. Make room without touching. If you talk, talk softly. If someone gets out before you, move just enough to let them pass. The rules feel automatic because they have to be. An elevator gives us almost no distance, and public life depends on distance. On a street, we can choose our spacing. In a hallway, we can drift left, slow down, look away. In a cafe, closeness is softened by tables, noise, cups, and screens. Inside an elevator, those buffers vanish. The doors close. The walls stay still. The bodies stay near. Social scientists call this proxemics, the way humans use space to understand relationships. Close space usually means permission, a child leaning into a parent, a friend bending in to whisper, a couple standing shoulder to shoulder. But a stranger close enough to hear you breathe is a different kind of information. The brain notices it even when nothing is dangerous. So we invent a truce. We all agree that the closeness does not count. It is temporary, mechanical. We are near each other but not together. That is why the floor numbers become so important. They give everyone's eyes somewhere safe to go. Facing forward matters too. The doors become a stage everyone watches. Facing the group would turn waiting into attention. It would make every person feel observed. The sociologist Irving Goffman called this kind of public behavior civil inattention, noticing people just enough to avoid them, then looking away so they can keep their privacy. An elevator is civil inattention under pressure. Silence is not empty, it is work. Everyone is managing the same tiny room. A cough gets smaller. A conversation stops at the door. A laugh fades early. A phone call becomes everyone else's problem. Even breathing can start to feel too loud. And then, one person breaks the pattern. They enter, turn around, and face everyone else. No law has been broken. The machinery keeps humming. But instantly, the room changes. People notice their own hands, their eyes, the distance between their shoes and someone else's shoes. The exact moment a glance becomes a stare. The rule was invisible until someone touched it. That is why elevator awkwardness is funny. Everyone knows the script, and almost nobody admits they know it. But it is also something more tender than funny. Those little rituals are not just fear. They are a form of care, a way of saying, I know this is too close, so I will not take more attention than I need. I will let you pretend briefly that you are alone. Then the doors open. The spell breaks. Everyone steps out. Bodies spread into the lobby. Voices come back. A group becomes a set of separate people again. The elevator did not create the awkwardness. It only removed the space that usually hides it. For a few floors, society becomes a tiny room, and everyone inside remembers the rules.